sing. That's right, everybody. Joyful to the newborn King.
Oh my God, what is happening here? We got an explosion outside. There's a lot of people dead. There's at least 7 down. Why are you singing? Why is this a happy occasion right now?
Second verse, same as the first. Hark the herald angels sing.
Hey, what's your problem, buddy? There is people dying outside. I need some support on this.
Joyful to the newborn King.
You're not even singing what they're singing right now. You know what? It's fine. I'll deal with this myself. We're just going to ignore it.
Joyful to the newborn. The time has come for us to do our top 10 Christmas movies of all time. 5 and 5, of course.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
I have to say, off camera, we fought per usual about our lists, and I wanted Die Hard as my number 1 because, I mean, let's be honest, it's always number 1 on my list.
It's on every list we've ever done.
Yeah, so, but I backed off, and now my list is going to be a little bit more mediocre.
As it should be.
Enjoy.
Well, before Keanu Reeves was the most overpaid actor in Hollywood, he was earning those big paychecks in a little Christmas flick called Babes in Toyland.
Oh, you really put that on your list. I thought
Yeah,
that you
no,
were
I did.
joking before.
Babes in Toyland is kind of a Christmas version of The Wizard of Oz, where Drew Barrymore plays a really shitty version of Judy Garland.
Okay. I'm not normally a huge Muppets fan, but there's no denying the greatness of A Muppets Christmas Carol.
How can you not be fans of the Muppets? They're a timeless classic.
They come off as arrogant to me, to be honest with you. But Michael Caine is, I'm going to say, the perfect Ebenezer Scrooge, period. Plus you got Gonzo narrating the story as Charles Dickens, who I guess is a famous writer. I'm not familiar with any of his work.
He wrote the whole story, but go on.
Well.
Charles Dickens was a 19th century novelist, a genius. You were too kind.
Well, a film that's not on most people's Christmas list, but my number 4, Bad Santa. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I'm a fan of almost every Billy Bob Thornton comedy.
I've got some bad news bears for you, Corey.
That's one of them, yes.
You've got a lot of terrible movies.
Well, this one has everything of a good-making Christmas movie.
A good-making Christmas movie. You put it in the oven, you bake it for 10 minutes.
Can I finish? Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton's character plays a con man who tries to steal from department stores on Christmas. However, stays with this fat kid's mom whose parents are kind of douches. He actually restores his faith in the holiday, ends up being kind of a feel-good story, the way Christmas should be.
Bad Santa.
I beat up some kids today, but it was for a purpose. It made me feel good about myself.
You need many years of therapy.
Back in the 90s, Dennis Leary was a fast-talking comedian with a lot on his mind, and he was usually pissed off. Roles like Demolition Man showed that really well, later perfected in films like The Ref, my number 4 spot.
Interesting.
Great. Jesus.
Sprinkle in a little Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis marriage problems, and you got a surefire comedy Christmas hit.
Hey!
Let's get one thing straight, okay? From now on, the only person who yells is me. Why? Because I have a gun, okay? People with guns can do whatever they want. Married people without guns, for instance, you, do not get to yell.
Number 3 on my list, a true Christmas classic, or so I've been told, Miracle on 34th Street. Now, I'm going with the 1994 version because I haven't seen the first one, which I've heard is better.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
But how can you not love the little girl in this one? Matilda, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Matilda sucked, but all right.
He thinks you're Santa Claus. I am.
And of course, you have Kris Kringle, Richard Attenborough, R.I.P. Well,
Is he dead?
I think he's dead. Isn't he dead?
Well, he should be if he's not. I mean, he's defying laws of man at this point.
Well, he'll be dead by the time this episode comes out. It's just a matter of days.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Richard Attenborough, Elizabeth Perkins, Dylan McDermott, and Mrs. Doubtfire's Mara Wilson present you with the most precious gift of all. Something to believe in. Miracle on 34th Street.
When I think of timeless Christmas music, I think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I think of Frosty the Snowman, Jingle Bells, and of course, this. Music. Nothing says happy holidays more than that lovable little Mogwai Gizmo.
The what?
And the Mogwai, isn't that right? We're going with it. And his green offspring, the Gremlins, destroying the town, ripping down trees, killing people. I mean, that's Christmas at its finest.
Do not get them wet.
Oh, God,
Do
no.
not get them wet.
No, they're like prostitutes. Don't get them wet. Don't feed them after midnight.
Home Alone was an easy number 2 on my list. Obviously, you could tell what number 1's going to be if you've seen our show before.
Home Alone 2.
No, but we've argued about this in previous episode of Movie Feuds. You can go back and watch that. Obviously, Home Alone, the superior movie, all the antics, best Christmas movie of the 90s, maybe?
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
From John Hughes.
You know, I got a feeling this is going to be your best Christmas ever.
A family comedy without the family. Home Alone.
Are you here all alone?
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
The Griswold family joins me every season for a Christmas vacation.
They're staying at home.
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Hope you're not getting sap all over your sweater, Clark.
Before Chevy Chase turned into a fat Marlon Brando, see Community. I don't know why I'm covering my mouth. He was perfect as Clark Griswold.
Shut your mouth.
Tack on Beverly D'Angelo as his wife and cousin Eddie. You got yourself a winning show.
Oh, hell, there's plenty of room.
Do you sleep with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is, Mom?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
This year, let Chevy Chase light up your holidays. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That thing had 9 lives. She just spent them all.
Woo! Number 1 on my list and number 1 in my heart, Elf. Was there really any other choice besides Elf for this number 1 spot?
Let's recite the code of the elves, shall we?
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
It's an instant classic. It'll be played on TV all season long, as it should be. And not only does it have one of Will Ferrell's greatest characters, it's got a girl.
Zoe, don't you want a Fanta? Yeah.
Now, he's taking a journey to find the family he's never known in a place where he finally fits in. Boy. And nothing's going to stop him.
Sorry, your car's pretty.
Will Ferrell is Elf.
Hey, what's your name? Does someone need a hug? Nutcracker!
My number 1 film should be no surprise to anyone. A hostage situation at Nakatomi Plaza. A New York City police officer trapped in the middle of the fray.
You said you weren't going to do Die Hard. We talked about this. Die Hard cannot be on every single list that you own.
I don't know how I honestly cannot talk about that film. It's got all the Christmas makings. It's got a Santa Claus dressed up, you know, he's
Where's
a dead
the sleigh?
guy with a...
This is Christmas.
It's got a helicopter. Home Alone 2. That's my number 1 spot. It's better than Home Alone 1, and apparently it's better than Die Hard now.
Give them bricks and give them riches. One more Christmas in the trenches. Toss some paint cans down to greet them. Send the toolbox down to meet them. Serve the meals for Christmas dinner. Kevin is declared the winner.
May I do the thinking, please?
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
You wearing aftershave? That's kerosene. Now why would anybody soak a rope in kerosene?
Merry Christmas.
I think we're going to get more grief than Charlie Brown does on a regular basis. We don't have a lot of the Christmas classics people were expecting.
Yeah, no Grinch, no Scrooged.
No Frosty the Snowman,
no Rudolph. Yeah. It's, well, this is our list, 5 and 5, of course, our top 10. We want to hear from you. Give us your top 5 or top 10 if you have 10 favorite classic Christmas movies, or if you're just, fan of Babes in Toyland like I am. Leave us a comment on YouTube if you're on the YouTube page, or on Facebook, facebook.com/moviefeuds. More than just reviews, this is Movie Feuds.
Nothing says happy holidays more than that little lovable Mogwai. Fuck me. I ring in the Christmas season with the Griswold family. My words aren't even forming right.
I talk very slowly, then speed up really quickly.
Dennis Quaid,
no.
his brother, Randy Quaid, as Uncle Eddie, Cousin Eddie. Fucking Christ. Before Chevy Chase turned into a fat Marlon Brando.